Hello, screenwriters, and welcome to Writing for Screens, the screenwriting step-by-step project, episode number 96. My name is Glenn Gers, and I am here every afternoon, if I can make it. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when I am live to walk you through my process of writing a TV drama pilot script, but really just showing you how any script that I can think of can be written in order to demystify the process. There's a lot of stuff to learn about screenwriting, but one of the things you don't learn that much about is just how to hack away creating this thing on the blank page, page by page, line by line, scene by scene. Hey, Maria, how are ya? You made it. Good. I was just doing the boilerplate intro. um, I am going from rough, few couple ideas to an outline, and now we are in the rough draft, just getting the first rough versions of scenes down. And then when we're done with that, which will not be that long, we're going to rewrite it and rewrite it again probably until it is a readable draft. And that will hopefully show you a lot of the steps by which one learns screenwriting, by which one does the job. This is not the best way to do it. It's not the only way to do it. It's just the way that I have figured out in the course of my 25-year career as a writer of movies and TV shows here in Hollywood, California. Yeah. So, oh, wait a second. Finished my first draft. I am very impressed. You have moved faster than I have, and you have a full-time job, and I'm still behind you in getting this thing done. But we are in the third act here. Congratulations, Maria. That is excellent news. I look forward to hearing more about that. In the meanwhile, let us get to our today's scenes. All right, cool. Maria, that's really great because that's a whole feature, I believe. So here we are. This is where we are. We ended when Xena, when they caught Xena looking for evidence, just as she had discovered George, in fact, had no evidence, and he was just trying to lure the killer. And now we are cutting up. We are going to cut to the kitchen after Xena has explained what we just saw her learning. Because this is one of those things. You really try and learn this in screenwriting. When you've got a scene where someone discovers something or learns something, the thing you don't want to do is then have your next scene where they tell two other characters what they just learned if we just saw that, because we already know that. We don't need to see that. Unless we don't understand what she learned, there's no reason to talk about that now. So what you do is you come in late. You come in after she has told them what happened so that you can just get right into them debating what to do about it. The only reason to ever show somebody telling another character something that you've already seen happen would be if you want to see the interplay between them when the news is given. However, if at all possible, don't repeat scenes in dialogue. Don't have somebody spend the dialogue of one scene recapping another scene. Hello, Janae. Hello, Natasha. Lots of people here. And yes, we are almost to the end of our pilot script. We are in the third act. And yes, congrats, Maria. And congrats to you, Natasha. Everyone is getting their work done. Everyone is making me look bad, moving much faster than me. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so where we ended was they discover that she's there, and then we're cutting to a reaction. In other words, now we should tell the police. So basically now we know that we should tell the police. No, that they have already caught up to some of this. In other words, now they are going to debate it. Yes, Jonathan is chiming in. Congrats, Maria. This is excellent. The community is supportive. The fact that I have given you a little bit of advice does not give me the credit for doing all the work you did. Okay, so no. Why? I mean, why would we tell them? No, why? Okay, that's it. No, why? In other words, Xena here is reacting instinctively that this is exactly what she does not want. Madeline, of course, doesn't know that, so then she's trying to cover with, I mean, why would we tell them? Made up evidence. That George made up this evidence? He didn't have it? Made up evidence? That made up this evidence? That George made up this evidence thing? He didn't have it? That seems like something they should know. No. Think about it. What do they gain? What do they gain by knowing that George made up evidence? That seems like something they should know. Sorry, somebody's outside my door and I can hear them. This is having a conversation on the street outside my windows. Okay, so no, think about it. No, why? No, she already said that. I mean, why would we tell them? I mean, why would we that George made up evidence? That seems like something they should know. Why? What do they gain from knowing that? What do they gain from knowing? George made up evidence? That sounds kind of like, for a kitchen table discussion, that seemed a little more formal than I think she would say it, but she's still wrapping her head around this, and also she's not in the game like Xena is. Oh dear, I missed all this. Yes. Oh no! Don't have my name in it. Don't be the writers for screens. That's what we want. The writers for screens. The screenwriters, if you will. The writers. No, we're writing for screens. That's my thing. That's my name. Not my name. Don't use my name, because it's not about me. It's about you writing for screens. No problem. Okay. How does that help? Them knowing that. How does that help? How does that help? I think crackpot. So they think that George was just a crackpot. So they don't have something they didn't have. So they don't have something that they already didn't have. have something that they already do, and they think George is, and they, yeah, they're really going to work on this case. Yeah, they're, they're really gonna work on this case. Yeah, they're really gonna work on this case. Not on that case. That case. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. So, but it's actually, let's get a little more. It's evidence. It's evidence that doesn't exist. It seems like something they should know. There we go. No, I mean, why would it's evidence? It's evidence that doesn't exist. That seems like something they should know. How does that help? How does that help? They don't have something that they already don't have, and but now they think, yeah, they're really going to work on that case. Okay, good. Zena has made an interesting argument, which helps us with the fact that we are not going to tell the police about this. It feels wrong. How does that help? How does it help? Bothers me that this makes it really bothers me that you're making sense. No, it really bothers me that I can't. I can't figure out why you're wrong. If you care, you want this plan to work. If you care about George, you want this plan to work. Yes, she is indeed being sarcastic. I think we need to get to the idea that Madeline and Norman don't want to work on that case. Did work. He's dead. Killed him. It did work. It killed him. Exactly. He drew the killer out. Did work. It also killed him. Did work. Yeah. Yes, it's not about justice for George. It's about finishing what George started. Justice with George would suggest that there was a wrong to be. I mean, there is a wrong that he was murdered, but it's not. Oh, Rhonda, go away. You're banned. Okay, it did work. It also killed him. Do we? Do we? It killed him. It got him killed. It killed him. Do we? You want this plan to work, do we? So far, this plan has gone. Exactly. Now we. Right. So now we. There has to be a better. Non-lethal way to do this stuff. There has to be a non-lethal way to do this stuff. Yes, Madeline does want him found. Yes, that is completely true, and that's why they're arguing. They don't have something that they already didn't have, but now they think, yeah, it's just a crack. Yeah, feels wrong. No, this is, yeah. If you care about George. Right. Do we? It killed him. Got him killed. Which proved. Get him. Can't the police do that? Can't the police? If they could do that, I think they 30 years ago. Isn't that like their entire job? You think the police are going to let us keep provoking the killer, getting him to make a mistake? Keep drawing him out. Drawing him out. Getting him to make a mistake. manpower, they don't have the balls. They can't. They have to do things legally. They don't have the manpower, they don't have the balls. Really, everything you're saying is really you are really scary. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing that this scene is going to be about, aside from getting into more detail about how Xena wants to do this stuff to provoke the killer to draw him out to get him making a mistake. They have to play by the rules. They have to play, yeah. Yeah, the great thing about this is that Xena is saying all this stuff that's real movie talk, like, oh yeah, we're gonna bend the rules and get the killer, and to me it seems in her character that she would think that way, that she would think fictionally, that she's not realistic. My apologies. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Oh, not George. George is dead. Norman. No, they're definitely not going to go with it. Not right away. The thing is that Xena's going to... I want to get to where Xena starts to play off the fact that, oh, they're a couple, that she starts to make her... she starts to follow... In the outline, I talk about the idea that she starts to get involved in there. She reads the room and realizes there's a romance blossoming between these two obstacles to her mission, so that she's working them. So that's the part of the scene that we have not gotten to. Yes, I am. She and Norman. Oh my That's fun. Yeah. You did. Yeah. You did. You did. Okay, yeah. This is fun. This is so great. This is so great. This explains everything. Yes, yeah, they have that dialogue thing. Yeah, the final draft does have that thing this thing where you can do this and make the two lines happen at the same time, and it's a thing. Let's see, how do we feel about this? Yeah. Either way, you can do it that way. You can say it's at the same time. That's none of your yeah. Um, oh. Okay, let me think about it. I'm not sure where this is going. Okay, let's see. Kirby has a question. Hello, if I were writing a scene and I needed to describe something characters about, how would I format it? Ah, that is interesting. So let's, you could do it in several ways. Let's try this. You can do, well, first of all, you can just do on the TV. There is a ghost playing a banjo. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. You can just say, on the TV, there is a ghost playing the banjo. Or you can just say, Rupert is staring at the TV where they're at a show on the TV which features a ghost playing a banjo. You could do it like that. The thing you don't want to do is something like try it, like actually have like a scene break to say like, you know, like on TV, and then do what they call a shot, which is like that, and then ghost. Then you have to do resume. Like then you would have to go like living room at the same time, and then you would have to do this and do a shot. See, this is the worst way to do it because you are taking up a huge amount of time and you're also like breaking up the scene. The point about this is that whatever this image is that's on the TV is in the scene. So you don't want to break it out of the scene. So that's why I would suggest something like this or that. Does that help you, Kirby? There's a lot of other ways to do it, but that's it. Nope. Nope. Okay, so what else do we have in this scene that we need? The argument, how does it help? Okay. All right. That's it. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we have to get. All right. But know that everybody's gonna find out, right? Not if you don't tell them. You're both glowing. Angels singing. that's not right. Let's let the angels tell them then. Until then, it stays here. Until then, it stays here, right? Okay, so now we got to get back to George and out. We need to get back to George's case and out. So at some point we should probably put this in somewhere. All right, so how are we going to... Okay, so we are almost done with the scene. We just need... I want to get back to them saying they don't... All right, what I'm thinking of is the thing that we need to get to next is bringing everyone else online, that they've got to get a group discussion, which then gets interrupted by the killer calling. And so how do we get from here to there? How do we get to that? See, it seems like the problem is that right here we've sort of settled this. The reason I'm a little off of this is that this settles the discussion. Madeline has said, like, let's end this and asked, is that okay? And Zena said yes, which doesn't allow for the natural transition would be for either Madeline or Norman to say, can we drop the sex talk and get back to the murder talk? So... impossible for her to keep this secret. Priorities. Okay, that's the way to do it. She doesn't say yes. There we go. That's good. That's neat. I am happy with that. Let me check the outline because I believe. All right. So the question then is, to this. Back to the serial killer thing. Back to the could we get back to the serial killer thing? No, I hear you. Let's let. I actually like let's let. Let's let the angels tell them. It's one of those things that reads terribly, but when you say it, it works. So she's saying, "Are you kidding? You're both glowing. I hear angels singing. Ah." Well, let's let the angels tell them then. Okay. That's good. It's let's let is actually one of those things that you would not think was a good line, but that's actually the best way to say that. That's how a person talks. Cool. And by the way, I don't think that she's being kind of snippy. I think the whole point is that Xena knows how to play people to get their affection, to disarm them. That is exactly what she's doing. So I want Madeline and Norman to be disarmed. There we go. There we go. All right. So, okay. I was trying to think, do we need to have more discussion here? But I don't think we do, because the whole point is that from here, I think we need to bring in the other people. So that's actually, let me take a look at this here. Outline. Yeah. Yeah, I think that this is done. That is the next step. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Yes, indeed. Sometimes you write dialogue that doesn't read well but speaks well, and sometimes you write something that reads great but you can't say. So that is one of the best reasons to try to say your dialogue, say it in your mind, but also say it out loud as you're writing it or after you write it, maybe read it. You don't have to act it, and you don't have to be an actor. You'll hear things like "let's let" is just workable. It's okay. And the more that you think in terms of people speaking, and less that you think about the page, the better. Because dialogue that is written to be read on a page is not going to play as well as dialogue that is written when you're thinking about people talking. So that is the key to dialogue, a key to dialogue. So I think we're going to wrap it up for today. It has been great to see you all. Congratulations, Maria and Natasha and everyone else whose drafts are coming along. You guys are putting me to shame, and I am proud of you, and that is super cool. So, in your head, you're on stage. Kind of. I mean, yes, in a way on stage, but more like you're in the actual reality of it. I mean, I try not to think about the film. I mean, you go back and forth. Sometimes you think of it filmically, like, oh, this is in the frame. This is the way that you're seeing it. And sometimes you just think, these people are really talking. These people are in a room talking to each other. It's always a swamp of different ideas that's going on when you're writing. You have to be both strategizing, like as you'll see, I'm very often thinking, how can I get 4 lines ahead to the line where I get out of this topic? Or how can I, bring up X, Y, and Z? So that's you're thinking very, rationally. But you're also just thinking, what's a way that this person would talk, or what's a funny line, or just you're sort of in the moment with them, thinking, how do they feel? Cool. Yes, absolutely. It's dangerous to act that out, because sometimes you think you got it because you can do it, but then on the page it's not clear. but it's always worth, I think, acting it out. Even like getting up and playing it. Sure, do it. Um, I and buy too. Um, all right. So that seems like a super great way to end. And so I will say, see you tomorrow. And in the meantime, go write something.